me fire, give me that which I desire.
All right, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight, it's the North-South Racing League and their late model series here for the Redneck Riviera 100. Live from Myrtle Beach. Gonna be an interesting one. And of course, this event brought to you by RC2 Promotions, an iRacing special event organizer that can help you manage your special events. They offer quality consulting, event planning, promotion, and full-service event management for very competitive prices. And I am Dean Doucette, joined by Mr. Colin J. Kennedy in the booth tonight. Colin, got another good one here. These guys at the North-South Racing League always put on a good show.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And Myrtle Beach is going to be a good example of that. Very racy racetrack. Going to be it's going to be a tire-saving race for sure with how this track surface is and how it wears down tires so fast. You're going to see a lot of these guys baby the car through the first portion of this race. But don't forget about them turtles in 1 and 2, man. Them things can eat you up.
Yeah, you talk about those turtles. Let's say a little more on them. They can eat you up, but they don't really throw you off course, do they?
No, I mean, they do sometimes. It just really depends on how hard you hit them. But they can tear up that front end real quick in a blink of an eye if you just take it just wrong. So you have to be careful on that bottom and not go down too low or turn and run them over in the middle of the corner, because it will affect your entire race and that corner.
And, looking at the track map here that just appeared, by the way, but it looks, it reminds me of Dover a little bit in the sense that the two corners seem very distinct here, Colin.
Yeah, and then it has that weird straightaway too. It feels like heading into turn 1, well, past the start-finish line, you're turning the wheel left, and you don't start turning until you're out of turn 2. So honestly, it feels like once you get to that start-finish line, it's the turn 1's already starting. But yes, they are very symmetrical, and they feel really almost about the exact same whenever it comes to getting into the corner.
All right now, let's get a look in on our point situation here. Looks like Brian Hacker on top of the board. I mean, he's been doing a whale of a job out there. Ryan Johnson in second, Fortin in third, and that's kind of a flip from last week's finishing order, actually, which is quite interesting. Austin in third, and it's gonna bring it back up. So Austin in fourth, Gebel, Shepard, Cook, Womack, Nelms, and Hoffler in your top 10. Very early in the season here, Colin, but these guys always got to be thinking about championship points.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And Ryan Johnson come off a win 2 weeks ago, and then backed it up with a second place finish last week. Just cutting away at that lead right now to Brian Hacker. Just shorten it up, showing that he's going to be strong this season and giving Brian Hacker a little bit of a run for his money. It's not going to be easy this year.
No, definitely not going to be easy for Brian out there or for anybody else. A lot of good competition. You got someone like Dante Curtis gets out there, grabs a lot of poles, and a lot of other guys. Fortin winning last week. Austin's looked good this season. I mean, I could go on and on. Shepard, Eschen, and Johnson, and I'm missing people. That's why I keep saying names. I'm feeling guilty here, Colin. There's so many.
Oh yeah, there's definitely so many. There's so many people that really have a chance at this championship. They're all consistent, and usually they all look solid throughout the season. And it's just all really about how consistent they can be and minimize the mistakes throughout the season. So you're going to see some comers and goers throughout the season.
Right now, you see the LCQ. You see the pace car kind of going around. Again, he's tearing off a lap, Colin. We love to see this here. The pace car always gets his free action. Of course, we're not going to have an LCQ tonight, so we'll bypass this here shortly and get right into our redraw, where our top 8 from qualifying will draw to see where they start this race tonight. Going to be entertaining, always is. And as they get them all lined up in the room right now, maybe we'll take a short commercial break. We'll come back and we'll start up with our redraw. All right, back here at Myrtle Beach. Looks like we're about ready to start the top 8 redraw. We bring in race control, Sam Maxwell. Sam, how we doing tonight?
Good, guys. How's it going?
Another great night, man. Couldn't be happier to be here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome race.
Absolutely, it will. Let's get right into it, my friend. Who's first up, top qualifier here tonight?
The top qualifier is the 89 of Dustin Shepard.
Dustin Shepard up here. Dustin, how we doing this evening?
Pretty good. Instead of blind squirrel finds an acorn every once in a while.
Well, you got another chance to find one, but out here on this track, what do you think about this tricky track here in Myrtle Beach?
It's fun. I said it's all about getting the car to rotate, which I struggle with in these cars, as we all can see when I blow the right front off. I said it's real racy. I mean, it's a fun track. I said it should put on a good show, and we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully some short runs tonight for you, Dustin.
Yes, I need those.
All right, free board, brother. Free selection for you.
Let's do 3.
3 it is. Let's have a look in on it. Gonna be 5th for you tonight, Dustin. And inside row, I mean, that'll do for now.
Not terrible, but I'd like to be out front. But
10-4. Best of luck to you. Sam, who's up?
Next up, we have the 46 Philip Martin.
All right, Philip Martin, been very dangerous, and I mean that in a good way, Philip. You've been looking good this season. We want to keep away from the other dangerous. How you feeling about this track?
I like this place a lot. It gets pretty racy. I'm hoping maybe we see some 2-wide action, get the top going a little bit. It'd be a little fun.
Yeah, it would be. And is that possible here tonight, Philip?
Yeah, it'll come in. I know it used to with the dynamic track, and so with that coming back, I'm kind of thinking it'll come back and widen out a little bit.
Philip, this one's for Barron, who's not here tonight. How do you take your hot dogs?
Plain, nothing on it. We're good.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that one will qualify. I might have to phone Barron and find out if the plane's going to be all right or not. Anyway, board's open except for 3, Philip. Let's give it a shot.
We'll go 5.
5 it is. Quick. Oh, look at this. Straight to the pole for Mr. Merton.
All right, we'll take that one.
I guess you will, man. So, starting on the pole, how much of an advantage is it here at Myrtle Beach?
I don't know. I hope I don't. You can start out front and try and hang up there and burn your stuff up. So we'll see.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. Sam, who's up next?
Next up, we have the number 14, Jesse Womack.
Jesse Womack, been fast in practice, I notice. How you feeling, Jesse?
Well, I was trying to learn everything I could from these guys. This track's always been a little tricky for me, so finally got something figured out there right at the end.
Well, it could be good. I mean, last week you had a couple of wins at that track, and it didn't necessarily work out for you. So maybe tonight a little bit of the opposite.
Yeah, last week was a rough one. So hoping to make a bounce back here.
Oh, absolutely. So you got to keep her on the rears or the fronts here tonight?
I'm just gonna try and keep the wheels on the ground tonight. I think in general.
All right, that's a good way to look at it. Shoot the board here. Anything but 3 or 5.
Let's go number 2.
All right, number 2, and it looks like quick bad news here. Let's wait for the confirmation though. And yeah, I'm sorry to inform you, it's going to be 8th place tonight.
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
All right,
around
go.
a little bit.
Hey,
Won't
you're
hurt.
still in the top 8. It's good for field, so good luck to you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
All right, Sam, who's up?
Next up is number 15 of Matt Cook.
All right, Matt Cook, been fast and getting faster. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing just fantastic, man. I'm down here at Myrtle Beach. It couldn't be better. How's the track?
It doesn't get better than this, man.
And that's what I want to hear. So you're enjoying the track here?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, just racing with these guys, having a blast everywhere we go. It's a good time.
All right, love to hear it. Well, let's get you a good starting spot here. Anything but 2, 3, or 5.
Let's go with number 1.
Number 1 in our hearts. Let's see. Quick reveal. Oh, going to be 7th tonight, Matt.
At least I leapfrog Jesse.
There you go. You got to go reach for the positives. I like the way you think.
That's right.
All right, good luck, brother. Sam, who we got up next?
Next up is the 21 Jeff Bergener.
Jeff Bergener. Oh, well, why don't you coach me, Jeff? I call you Bergener. Is that right?
Bergner, it's got a hard G on it, but I'm used to getting hacked up, so it's no big deal.
Oh, man, he called me a hack? I don't know. Jeff B? Do I got to start doing that? Bergener, I like it. Jeff Bergener. The Silver Bullet, if I do remember correctly. Tell us a little bit about that paint job.
I just ran well with the chrome paint job, and it just kind of stuck with me, so here we are.
So we kind of named you affectionately the Silver Surfer there. You got any issues with that?
No, that works.
I like it. And I like the car, man, and I like the way you've been driving lately, and hopefully you get a good spot here. 7th and 8th are gone, so you can't be at the back row. Anything, what do we got, 4, 6, 7, or 8?
Let's take the 7, my wife's favorite number.
All right, can't go wrong going with the wife. That's going to put you 2nd on the inside road, starting 3rd.
Nice.
All right, best of luck to you out there tonight.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, who we got, Sam?
Next up, the 23 of Gary Eschen.
Gary Eschen made his return last week, I believe, maybe the night before. And dare I bring up shoes? I don't think I should, or is that socks, Gary?
Yeah, that was the socks.
I'm sorry, man. I had to do it. Gary, an unfortunate incident there. But, hey, we all know you're a great racer out there, and you're fast. How are you feeling about tonight, man? You think you can go get one?
Yeah, usually I do fairly well here. This is one of my better tracks on here, so I don't know. The car seems a little free tonight, so hopefully we can just keep the tires on it and be there at the end.
Hey, loose is fast, baby. Anyway, all right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're right about that. So you got 4, 6, or 8. 2nd place still out there.
We'll go 4.
All right, 4 it is. Gonna be the long wait for you. The question mark, like the Riddler appearing here. And 6th place gonna be for you, Gary.
Dude, alrighty.
All right, some work to do, but you can get her done. That was Gary Eschen. Sam, who we got?
Next up is the 02 of Brian Hacker.
Brian Hacker, points leader. Brian, champion as well. How we doing tonight, Brian?
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. I like the track. It's usually pretty racy, so looking forward to it.
All right, so what, we thinking win tonight, or are we thinking, still keep her clean, keep her in the top 5?
Yeah, a little bit of both. If the opportunity to get up there and run on the front presents itself, we're going to go for the win. But at the end of the day, we're points fighting too, so we're gonna try not to do anything too crazy.
Well, I like it. And anybody can get it done on both counts. It's going to be you out there. How about that outside lane? Any viability tonight?
It might come in. We'll see. It's pretty cool. So we'll see if it comes in tonight. But I'd love to see it come in and, get an opportunity to be able to go low or high.
All right, man. Shoot, roll the dice. 6 or 8?
Well, my first number in NSRL was 6, so we'll go 6.
Looking for a hard 6, and that's a good one. That's going to put you second on the board.
We will take it.
I guess so. Okay, best of luck on that outside tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Sam, who's left?
Last is the 03 of Dante Curtis.
Dante Curtis, often on the pole in starts of races anyways. Tonight, you're going to be starting in 4th. How you feel about that?
Good. I'm glad I didn't have to pick, because if I would have picked, we'd probably be worse than 4th. But
you don't feel the luck? You're not feeling the stars weren't aligning for you?
Yeah, who knows?
It's all good. So how you feeling about the track? You feel like you can get something done from back here in 4th?
Oh yeah, I really like this place. Like just about everybody said, I just hope we get enough green flag laps in here, and we can maybe widen this place out a little bit and really succeed here.
Yeah, man. I mean, looking forward to it. Should be a good one. Should be some good 2-wide racing. You're going to start on that outside row. I think you got Hacker right in front of you, so maybe you two can get something done. Best of luck to you tonight, Dante.
Thank you, Dean. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. All right, that was Sam Maxwell and our 10 our top 8 drivers redrawing. The pole goes to Philip Martin tonight, so congrats to Philip Martin. And Colin, we're ready to get going here, almost ready to go racing.
Yeah, I'm excited. One thing that I heard Dustin Shepard say that won the pole was how tight this car gets. It seems like the car really goes away in the middle of these runs and burns up that right front, and there's not a lot of turn left. So it seems like a lot of these guys are going to be looking to save, and some guys might just try to go for it and hope for short runs like Dustin does a lot. So we're definitely going to see making up a lot of hay and on restarts and then kind of settling it out and just kind of saving.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Dustin Shepard might be a good look for him tonight. I just got this feeling, a little bit of short running action here tonight. It might suit him. We'll see. I think they only got one set of tires in the garage, so you have to be pretty choosy whether you use them or whether it's even worth it, Colin. I mean, you drive a lot of these. Can you even get on and off pit road with 4 tires?
Here you can. It's close, but I wouldn't take 4. I'd probably take just 2. Those left sides aren't going to matter a whole lot on this kind of 100-lap race. Maybe it feels a little more than 100 laps, but honestly, you just go in and take 2. That's a great gamble to take whenever especially you're in the back of the pack. We see some extracurricular activities on the track.
That's not right. That's sexual there. That's inappropriate. I mean, my goodness, just digging in there he was. Nonetheless, we're about to grit up here and get this thing going. I'm looking forward to this one. The Redneck Riviera 100 here at Myrtle Beach. Gonna be great. Guys all lining up now, getting them into pit road. Let's bring in our starting grid. And it's, your top 8 we just redrew, so I'll try and run down them a little bit here. Philip Martin on the pole. Second's going to be Brian Hacker. Third is JB, which that's Bergener, I do believe. Fourth will be Dante Curtis, and 5th is going to be Dustin Shepard. 6th place is Eschen. 7th is Cook. And 8th will be Womack. So beyond that, we look a little further back. You got Rex Hoyle back in 10th. You do have a couple of guys getting EOLs too, which also throws it loop into some of this. So Hoyle in 10th, Al Smith in 11th, Travis Hoffler in 12th. You got Moore in Austin, McDuff, Johnson, Jan Jannon, Gebel, Bianchi, Loveridge, Eastman, Mathis, Keeler, Dinsmore back in 24th, and then Huntoon, Suss, and Campbell rounding out a nice 27 car field.
Yeah, we got 3 OELs tonight. Brian Bianchi, Josh Cole in the 09, and obviously the 13 of Fortin. And I think you're going to see Fortin actually come through the field here. Last week he really got to kind of, all he had to do was really take the lead and just keep it. But this is a different aspect he's going to have to get used to, especially if he keeps winning like this. And if he gets good at it, he's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, Fortin, a threat to win at any time. So he does get the EOL, the one you want, right, for the win.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yes. It's a good thing to have sometimes, but sometimes not so much.
All right, pace car heads down the back stretch, I believe. Or no, that's right at the start-finish. So we'll do one more here, and these guys will kick it off. 100 laps here at Myrtle Beach. And these opening laps going to be highly important. Can Martin hold off Hacker? You got Hacker and Curtis on that outside.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of people try to pounce here. Just get track position early and then just save their stuff. So going to see a little bit of aggression coming here and coming to green.
All right, quick start here. Pace car off. He's holding them. Martin holding and holding and holding. He's still holding. And there, he waits for the green flag, so Martin does not take advantage and go early. Maybe not allowed to. This allows Hacker right on the outside. Big battle here up front. Bergener.
We're seeing a lot of the high side really just kind of, honestly, have a little bit of a fight right now. But as they said, it's going to come in later on in these runs if it stays green. But a lot of these guys are going to try to come down to the bottom. And you see Bergener go on the inside of Hacker. Oh, he's got a caution.
Yeah, it looks like Suss involved. There's the 4 right there. That's Josh Suss. Huntoon also involved.
He didn't like the way the grass was cut.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you got to do it yourself. Let's get a look in on Rodney Huntoon and see what happened to him. Wow, lots going on there. My goodness, we're going to have to back that up. All kinds of checking up, and it's way up. I don't even know. Right around here in the 54 of Rex Hoyle. Let's start this up. He checks up a bit. The 87 comes in and just drives right on through him. We go a little further back. This causes secondary incidents as everybody's checking up. And eventually, you guys there's Huntoon getting spun and the 4 going around. So no real damage, Colin, but that is a Calamity Jane situation there.
Yeah, Jenga. Best way to put it.
All right, Jenga it is. Someone pulled one of those blocks loose. The wrong one. Tough start here at the back. So interesting though. Martin did hold on. Bergener, he come up there. So Jeff Bergener, he comes through and gets by Hacker. That'll put Hacker on the inside this time. Perhaps. We do have a choose rule. Let's remember that and keep an eye out for which lane these guys choose. It's going to be important here.
Well, somebody that always risks that outside line is going to be the 89 of Dustin Shepard. He's not scared to take chances and go for a hard run right there at the beginning of these. So watch out for the 89 of Dustin Shepard to go for a chance here and see what he can do on the outside, make up any hay.
You've seen Eastman and Dinsmore on pit road right now. So I don't think we're choosing yet. Be one more lap perhaps before we make the choose. Hard to tell here. Unless everybody's choosing the middle. That's what I like to choose.
Going single file. Why not be in both?
Are they going to single file already here in this race?
Maybe. No. I think they're choosing this time.
All right. Martin, Bergener, Hacker, Curtis first to choose. Eschen might try and slide up there on the outside.
Oh, Dustin
And
takes
there
lead
does,
position.
Eschen does go on the high side. Looks like Hoffler's gone up there. Ryan Johnson goes up there. Looks like Gebel also. And maybe Jan Janin. Lots of guys. Fortin, he stays on the bottom. Surprise, way back in 20th position. So we're going to delay the start here. Pace car coming back on the track.
See if Brian Hacker can't get his little get back here and hold on to second, or maybe even take the lead.
Well, that's the thing. Hacker, where is he? He is staying on that high side. That's very interesting to me. He lost a spot on the restart. Bergener chose the bottom. I guess he had no choice but to go up there, really, or to go back to third on the inside row.
Let's see if he can make up the hay or just try to hold on to second here if he can. It's going to be hard, though. That outside just looked like it struggled off the corner.
All right, I think here we go. Yes, Martin, much better start. This allows Hacker a little bit of room. Can he get in front of Bergener? I don't think so. The Silver Surfer down to the inside, looking for second one more time.
Hacker holds it better, though, on the outside right now. Honestly, dead even going into 3 and 4, but I feel like this is where he's going to get hurt a little bit more as he comes off of 3 and 4, but he's holding it.
He's so tough, Colin, on that high side, but he will get worn out through time.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, and touching, and there goes Bergener. He's around. Heavy contact. Everybody trying to avoid it, and someone digs into him there. That looks like the 20. That's Hoffler. Oh.
It seems like he got loose in the middle of the corner and had no way of checking up really into it and just kind of slid into that left rear and just hooked him right. Might have been one of those racing deals where someone's coming down and one's going up. Hard hit, though.
Very hard hit there. That was super tough. Let's get another look on it here. This was for second place. Bergener and Hacker. Bergener down on the bottom. Hacker. Oh, and Hacker gets a little sideways and just rotates into him. And wow, helicopter spin for Bergener up on top of cars. Some guys sent down pit road. Janin plowing on through there. It's a tough start here at Myrtle Beach tonight.
Yeah, and Brian was talking about how he just wanted to minimize mistakes throughout the season because that's what causes you to lose points. And it seemed a little early, honestly, in my opinion. But, I mean, you are fighting for track position here, which is very important.
Well, although he did make the mistake, that's an unforced error. He just got a hair loose and corrected down a bit. You know, it wasn't like he turned into him purposely or something, but very unfortunate as he hits pit road here, along with Al Smith Jr., Dinsmore's on pit road, Bergener up there, and the Silver Surfer not looking quite the same.
Yeah, I think that's KO.
Well, it's KO for that paint job.
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what he can do with that car. Some good old-fashioned duct tape.
It makes it shine a little better.
You never know sometimes, you know. You hit the wall, and sometimes you feel a little bit better out there. It's kind of like when my father used to hit me upside the head.
Mine still does.
So it's Merton, Curtis now in second, Womack up to third, Cook in fourth, Eschen, Austin, Ryan, Tiny Horse Johnson, Gebel, Hoyle, and Keeler now up 13 spots for Keeler. How about that? He is shown in 10th position.
Well of a job from Keeler. Only 14 laps.
I like that number. It's a little bit odd, a little different. I like it.
Like a little bit like a dirt number.
So we got the old choose rule here. Looks like the 15 of Cook coming on the outside. So Cook going to be up there. Eschen, Johnson. Need to go a little further back. Looks like Keeler. Maybe McDuff up there on the high side. So not many people choosing the high side right now. It looks like Eastman's going to take up a bunch of positions along with Jan and then move up there. You know, and these guys running these same paints a long time, starting to really get to know them out there. That's kind of nice, isn't it, Colin?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Ingrained in your brain. Easier to name them out.
Insane in the membrane. An old tune there. The white rap group. I can't remember their name off the top of my head. Anybody out in the chat remembers who that was? Philip Martin leading them down. Matt Cook, Dante Curtis, Gary Eschen in row number 2.
See what Matt Cook can do on the high side here.
Oh, slow start from Cook. Curtis slides right on through.
And that's going to hurt that outside line.
Womack trying to make a move on the low side. Eschen trying to fight back. Can't quite get there. So Womack gets that spot. Here comes Scott Austin.
And Ryan Johnson. Don't forget about him. He's starting to creep up in there. Up almost into the top 5. And he's going to try to get up under Gary Eschen if he can right here. It might be a little bit patient, though, right now.
Yeah, Eschen not liking the high side, and he gets down quick. Almost thinks it was a crossover of Austin. Not meant to be. Up front, Martin holding off Curtis and Cook. Womack right there. So things get a little sorted out here. A little further back, you got Justin McDuff in the number 8. He's fighting the 08, so it's an 8 battle. Keeler on the high side, not where you want to be apparently early on here this evening.
Yeah,
Will Eastman blinks out.
So there's just not enough grip up there on the top right now. They're struggling to get off the corner right now.
Yeah, you can do it for a lap or two, you know, but it's just hard to do lap after lap. Brian Bianchi trying to make some moves. He's up to 14th. Mathis up to 15th. Got Lover Ridge up to 17th. Suss has picked up some spots. Back up front, though, Martin still ahead of Curtis, Cook, and others.
Yeah, and it seems like everyone's around the same pace right now throughout the field. Seems like a lot of people are saving. Some of them probably aren't after that wreck. They're trying to make it through the field, so they better watch out their tires. But a lot of these guys are all on the same pace. As we see Scott Austin still battling. He's trying to come to the front.
He's in a heavy battle with Womack. He gets a little loose. That allows Womack to get back, but Austin still on the preferred line. He'll probably get this done here in a corner or two. The 5 looking strong here tonight. Eschen and Johnson right behind him looking to pounce if anything opens up. Wow, Womack, big run through the corner. Great job by the 14.
He's holding that high side very pretty right now. Not getting loose like a lot of these other guys are.
And he does, just as you say that, touches the wall. That brings Austin and Eschen through. Johnson puts his nose in there, says, "You're not coming down."
Commentators curse.
Absolutely. So he lets Johnson go. That was a smart move by Womack. Filter into 7th, regroup, see if you can't get underneath a couple of these guys in a few laps and those tires cool off. Up front, still Austin. Philip Martin, my bad. Philip Martin having a whale of a run here. He's opened up 2 or 3 car lengths on Dante Curtis.
Yeah, and he just needs to manage that gap and save those tires. This track eats tires constantly throughout the race, so he's just got to manage that gap, keep his cool, and keep running his line.
A little further back, looks like Eshen's peeking under Austin, while Austin was peeking under Cook, who almost went 3 wide there.
I'm surprised at how aggressive some of these guys are. I really thought they were going to, save it a little bit for the end, but it's go time.
Well, it's a short race, so these guys got to get what they can get, and they know that. That's why they are aggressive. Austin does get a nose under Cook. Cook gives him a ton of room, trying to filter back in. Can he, or is he going to get freight trained? Here comes Eschen.
Yeah, Scott Austin's not playing any pranks right now. He is rolling. He's trying to get to that front as soon as possible.
We've seen this from Austin lately. He might be the fastest guy out there, week after week. Whether he wins or not's another story. It's you can be the fastest and not win, Colin.
Oh yeah, 100%. It all depends on luck and how your race just pans out. So seems like he's kind of running a clean race right now. So he has his sights set on winning this race.
You know, this is the Redneck Riviera 100. I wanted to ask you, Colin, have you ever seen a redneck down in the Riviera?
I have not.
Like, it doesn't seem like a good combination.
No, I don't think it is. Usually it doesn't seem like one is, but, you know.
How about Gilliam Fortin, the 13 machine on the move, up to 8th now. Started at the back.
Race. Starting in the back, running a clean race coming through the field. And, you know, I was talking earlier about, you know, trying to keep it clean while coming through the field. And, you know, this is a different aspect of this race. And he's doing a great job coming through the field. He's really patient, though. He's not making aggressive moves. He makes them when he needs to.
Let's hop on board here. And you can just see his car is rotating so well. See how low he comes off there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of center corner speed right now, so maybe just like, you know, backing it off a little bit in the entry and then firing it off in the middle.
Look at that, rotating so low off the corner. Fortin really showing me something here.
This is a great passing line too.
He looks to get position here. He might have it. He looks down underneath the 14 of Womack. So Fortin on the move. Behind him is Gebel. You got Eastman, McDuff right there. Hoyle, Keeler, Mathis a little further back. Up front though, Martin not opening up anymore. He might be getting run down here as Curtis, Austin, Eschen, and Johnson all set forth trying to run him down.
Yeah, and Austin's starting to put some heat on that second place car of Dante Curtis. You know how quick he is right now, and you know his aggression level. So don't be surprised if you don't see Scott Austin passing for second and then challenging for that lead.
So Martin trying to hold him off. Back behind, well, Eschen, did Eschen just make a pass, it looked like on my board, but no, just holding his spot. Cook's leading another group, and 410 now up to 7th. My goodness, the 13 is coming.
Yeah, but he's rolling that bottom really well, and, you know, I just don't know how long that's going to last for, so, I mean, he's taking advantage of it right now, obviously, so just don't wear him out, though. He's doing great coming from the back, though.
So you think riding that low line will wear him out, do you, Cullen?
I think it's going to wear out that right front a whole lot. You know, you're putting a lot of pressure on that right front, and all it's going to do is just keep heating it up, and it's going to make it wear even more and more throughout the race. But this is a short race, and he can cool that thing back off after a couple laps, but he's just trying to catch up to the main pack, which is right behind Ryan Johnson right now.
Yeah, he's working on the 15 at Cook, and he's working hard to try and get this spot. Big run here. He takes a look, dives down to the inside of Matt Cook. Goes Gilliam Fortin. Put him up to 6th position now. What a job. Out front. Go ahead.
And I like what he did there. He did a little bit of a high or low right there in 3 and 4, just so he had that run through the straightaway so he can get up under. So definitely going to be strong right now. That was a pretty pass.
All right, top 5 under a blanket. Fortin closing in. Going to be a 6-car battle here in a minute. Lap 41 of 100 in the Redneck Riviera 100.
And Curtis is picking it up a little bit. I think he's getting a little bit of pressure from Scott right now, so he might be up there battling for first here in a couple laps.
I mean, a lot of fast cars out here. Still have not reached halfway, though. That's where some guys really make their move. You know, and you got Hacker back in 25th position right now, laps down. So this is a big chance for these guys to take the points lead.
Yeah, and I'm really looking at Ryan Johnson right now, sitting in 5th, 2nd in points right now. This is going to be a big points night for him, especially with Hacker being a lap down and cannot gain any more position. So Ryan just needs to stay calm. Don't do anything too crazy, but maximize his points tonight.
You see Eschen have more of a sweeping corner. Ryan Johnson taking a peek on entry here, not in this corner, but in the next. And it was interesting to me how Eschen ran it, because it looks to me what you were talking about, he's more interested in saving that car a little bit, is Gary Eschen.
Yeah, and he knows what he has right now. So saving that right front, all it's going to do is help you throughout these runs.
So Martin continues to hold off Curtis, doing a whale of a job. Let's hop on board with Martin, see how he's doing out here. See how straight that wheel is off the corner.
Yeah, and it looks like he's saving that right front a lot, not turning the wheel a whole lot, just kind of being smooth. But look right in front of him, lap traffic. That's going to be a factor. As long as he moves out the way, I think he'll be fine. But that can be a beneficiary in this race.
You're asking Brian Hacker to move out of the way. That's Brian Hacker you're calling lap traffic. That's just not right.
He might move out of the way and then get in front of Ryan Johnson.
I almost certainly believe that the two will move over. He's not out here to ruin anybody's race. I mean, who knows, folks? We're going to find out in a minute.
Yeah, they're catching him fast, so you can tell Brian's car's off. So good night, turn bad.
I mean, he might try and stay on here. I don't think he's on the lead lap, so no, he moves over.
Yeah, he moves over.
I figured he would. He's a consummate pro. The two just slides up to the high side, and people are going to have to be careful not to get loose, not to overdrive the car there when they can't extend out to the wall. They all do a great job. Hacker, like I said, old pro move there. Martin being hounded by Curtis on Austin. They're all so even right now.
And we're coming to halfway, so a lot of these guys are going to start turning it up, the ones that are saving.
We are at halfway. Lap 50 of 100.
I saw a little bit of a wide corner right there from Martin.
Here comes Gebel. Gebel making a move on Womack. That's a battle back for 8th position, so Gebel kind of saved a little bit here. He's up 10 spots right now. I mean, you know, that doesn't sound like saving. I think he did that mostly from Rex. He kind of slowed down a little bit. Now he's on the move.
Man, you can put a blanket over these guys.
Yeah, this is intense racing here, lap after lap. You just can't get an advantage here. And, like, what do you do in this situation, Colin? Do you just sit back and hope that you can, like, out-conserve someone, keep those tires cool?
Well, really, if you're sitting in line right now, you know that passing them's not going to do a whole lot besides make the leader get more of an advantage. All it's going to do is make them have a breakaway. And a lot of these guys just have nowhere to go right now. That line right now is the best line, and taking that line away, all it's going to do is just help Phillip, you know, grow that lead. So, really just sit in line, unless if you're Scott Austin that wants to move, then you go for it.
Well, Austin peeked under there. He looked under Dante Curtis that time. Here comes Fortin. He's looking underneath Johnson. He's got position, so Fortin continues to move forward.
He's looking good tonight, too, especially coming from the back. It's going to be a strong force throughout this last run.
Wow, Johnson holds him off on the high side, so you can see already some of what you were talking about. He might overcook those tires, Fortin, getting through the field, and just can't hold it down on the bottom underneath of Johnson.
And it might be a factor of the high side starting to come in a little bit. You might start seeing them move up a little bit, maybe half a lane, maybe even a full lane, but maybe that high side's starting to get a little more comfortable. You know, they were talking about it in dynamic track, so might even see some passes on the outside.
I would like to check on the field, but this is such a close battle. It's hard to leave this area. 6 cars under a blanket. Austin continuing to push. Can't quite get there, though. Curtis now right to the bumper of Phillip Martin. Let's go on board with Curtis here and see what we can find out. Just getting good run off there, Colin.
Yeah, and it seems like, honestly, he has a little bit more pace in the 46 right now. He might start looking to the inside here soon. Seems like he is holding it a little bit lower, just trying to see what he has right now. But you see Phillip Martin, he takes that high line in 3 and 4 to see if he can't hold him off. He can, so that high side is starting to work in a little bit.
It is, and especially from the lead where a guy will have to come out of the corner low, so tough. You can see the right rear kicking out here. It's kind of what these cars do. They yaw out like that. Very interesting look.
Yeah, this is a game of cat and mouse right now.
It's just a question of who's who. Do you like cheese, Colin?
You know, my stomach doesn't like it. I'm lactose intolerant, so
Okay, so you're the cat. There you go.
yeah, I'm the cat. I'm the cat.
All right. It's 410 taken to the high side. So 410 says, hey, I think maybe it's coming in. Maybe I can rotate right around someone on the high side here.
It's a hard pass, no doubt.
He's going to give it a go. I like it. Why not? I always say shock them, you know, Colin. Run it in hard on entry when you're real close to someone. Go by on the high side. Even though you can't complete the pass, you might shock them into making a mistake.
That is very true. And you've seen a lot of these guys move up too. It's kind of surprising. Wonder if their tires are going bad or if it is that high line coming in.
I think they're all trying to peek in the inside, and it's costing them on the next corner. We've seen Eshin look underneath of Austin. We've seen Austin look underneath Curtis. You know, Ryan Johnson, as soon as Eshin looked under Curtis and couldn't make it work, he left it open for Johnson. The thing is, nobody can complete the pass. I think Fortin's got the right idea, even though he's fallen off now, to look at something different. Let's try. Let's go to the high side. The low side's clogged up.
Yeah, this is a hard pass to make around here, especially whenever you get a nose on the inside, that outside prevails just a little bit so that you can clear himself. So this is going to be probably a dive bomb pass.
A little further back, you got Al Smith Jr. fighting with Hoffler. This is for 16th and 17th. Lover Ridge in there. Justin Moore. Bianchi's back in 20th tonight. Dinsmore's in that group. Ahead of them, Dustin Shepard. Not his night tonight. He's back in 15th. Mathis 14th. Keeler in 13th. It's Hoyle up with McDuff and Womack. That's a battle for 10th there. And then Eastman all alone in 9th. Gebel and Cook battling for 7th. And then back up to this pack.
And they're just not separating. This is some good racing right here. And you're going to see a lot of the racecraft come out of these guys, especially coming to the end of this race. You know, I mean, we're coming to 30 to go here soon, so a lot of these guys need to start making their moves quick.
Hop on board with Scott Austin here. As you can see, he's so much lower than Curtis, just can't get anything done.
And I think it's that right front. That right front is just wore out, and you really can't get below somebody right now. So you see him getting loose off the corner too. Yeah, this is going to be a hard pass to make, especially for first.
Well, we got a lap car coming up. Could they play a role? Can someone set a pick here on someone else? Oh, no, and a blink out from Curtis. Don't like to see that. So a game of follow the leader here. 29 laps remaining in the Redneck Riviera 100.
This is the time where it's going to start picking up a little bit. A lot of these guys may get a little nervous, make a mistake. That's the main thing that you cannot do, especially in the lead right here. As you see, Dante Curtis still trying to poke a nose up underneath Philip Martin. But yeah, a lot of these guys, they're kind of feeding off of a mistake right here as the 4 is going to slightly, yeah, he's going to move out of the way. Let this battle keep raging on.
Good job by Suss there, Josh Suss. Classy move. Up to the wall he goes. You see, Fortin's, this allowed him to close back in that little bobble as they went by Suss. But Fortin might be struggling. I mean, he come through about 20 cars there, Colin.
Yeah, and that's not an easy task to do, especially trying to challenge for the lead as well. So.
Oh, battle for the lead. Dante Curtis down to the inside. Can he get something done? Martin holds his line, looking for the big drive off. He's got it. Martin playing it smart. Down low, it looks like Eshin making a move underneath of Scott Austin.
And he's far enough along that outside's not going to prevail at the end of the straightaway. Actually, it is. Gosh, that high side's starting to roll. And you're right. We might have to see passes only from the outside from here on out.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, you got to move where they aren't. I mean, that's something Barron likes to say is, you know, if you can't follow them, so you got to get fresh air, so get where they're not. But Right now, it looks like the line has been set. Eschen with another look underneath Austin. Austin feels comfortable up there. He's just going to roll it, and yet he's going to pinch him off. There's nothing that Eschen can do about it.
Yeah, and I think if you're going to pass on the inside, you really want to do it in 1 and 2. 3 and 4, that outside is prevailing so much because of how long that straightaway is. So, see if Gary can kind of figure it out, or maybe even take it to the outside. I'd love to see somebody try to work the outside on him. As we might see Scott get there. I don't believe so, no.
Eschen still working the inside. Trying desperately. Can he get a mistake from Austin? Much better run out of Eschen this time. Gets down into the corner, and he's going to try and work right underneath here. Oh, and he gets a little loose. Johnson takes to the high side. Up front, another battle for the lead. Curtis gets position on the inside. Got a lap car up in front. He's trying to set up a pick here. Philip Martin, great run on the outside to hold that challenge. Austin moves up to the high side. Or is that Eschen who got underneath him? I think it is.
Eschen is really holding that bottom well. It's honestly shocking that Scott Austin can't hold on to it like he was before. So his tires might be going out here.
Austin fighting back. Ahead, it's Curtis and Martin. There's Hacker again being our lap traffic.
Big moment right there from the 23.
Oh, and Hacker runs it into the wall, trying to be a good driver and stay out of the way. So the 23 of Eschen still working, but Austin rocking the high side.
Yeah, and I'm watching the 5 right now, and he is washing wide, so he has got no exit speed right now, so that high side's not going to do a whole lot for him. I think we'll see this pass be made from Gary Eschen here in a couple laps, as he's starting to prevail a little bit.
It's hard to say. He continues to fight back. Eschen does struggle from time to time on the bottom. Austin, there again, still has the position. What a race. Philip Martin gets on those rumbles. You talked about the turtles. Don't hit them.
And we got the high side working in here from Dante Curtis. We might see a pass for the lead here on the outside.
Yes, Dante's got actually preferred position. That's the high side. Philip Martin going to have to work hard to hold him off. Can't quite do it. The battle is on. Dante Curtis to the lead.
And it's exactly what you were talking about, how somebody just needed to shock somebody and go up there. And look, he's going to take it, clear him. Beautiful pass right there from Dante Curtis. Very patient, and he made it work.
Curtis to the front. Martin sick in his car. Eschen and Austin still slugging it out.
It's not an easy pass, but I'll tell you what, Dante Curtis made it look easy on the outside right there. And I'm surprised somebody has not taken that and tried to use it for themselves.
And Martin's moved way up the track, so now it looks like Eschen is stuck on the bottom instead of in the preferred line. Very quick change of track here. Ryan Johnson moves up there.
We're sitting dead even right now. I mean, no one's prevailing. This is just...
This is 20 laps, side-by-side action. The 5 and the 23 slugging it out.
And it seems like the 46 is struggling right now. I mean, we're losing to Dante right now. So where will the 46... Yeah, as you see Eschen finally clear the 5 of Scott Austin. Now he's going to start working on Philip Martin here.
He is moving. Johnson comes in with them. So we got 2 side-by-sides now. Martin could close the door if he wants, but he doesn't want to. He wants to stay on that high side.
Yeah, and this is a result.
Oh, Johnson's loose.
Big moment. That's a good save. But this is the result of people saving tires in the ones.
Oh no! Eschen gets into Philip Martin. Martin, who led most of the race, is around. No yellow out on the track. Curtis leading. Austin second. There's your yellow. Oh, what a disaster! Philip Martin is going to be absolutely sick. Eschen won't be happy with himself for that.
Great run. Turned bad. But this changes everything. We got to restart. We might see some people come in and get tires.
So here it is. Bam! Right there in the center. Just a little tight. And he drives in and drives through him. So then Martin trying to get back on the track. This will trigger the caution. You got to try and get back out there. Thankfully, nobody hits him. We got pit stops. Eastman coming in right now. Him, Matt Cook, Womack, Hoffler, Smith, all on pit road.
And we need to keep an eye on them. I know it's short, not a lot of laps left, but they're going to have a tire advantage. And they're going to have a chance to make up a lot of hay with all that tire support.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll see him battle for a lead, but I do think it's a great way to get position.
I mean, if you're one of the first guys here, you're going to come out in maybe the top 15. That's not so bad. Eschen comes in late. I think Eschen just feels guilty for that wreck, and he's going to come in, or he got a penalty, one of the two. Keeler comes in late. Shepard comes in late. I always hate when guys come in late because you're effectively gone back beyond 21st position with that pit stop. You got no hope here tonight. How about Curtis, though? He made that move. What a move from Dante Curtis.
Yeah, that was perfect. And you know, we talked about it all night how it's possible, and he took an advantage and he used it, and he made it work. And you know, it's not always easy running something that you're not used to. And you know, everybody ran the bottom all night, and he went straight up to the top and just took it there by force. It was a beautiful pass, and he was building a gap on all the guys. So, great job from Dante.
Yeah, excellent job by him. Lots of guys out here doing great. We're going to see this choose rule here. I don't think we're doing it quite yet.
So I'm looking at the scoring, and we got the top 10 all have came in and pitted. And I believe it was all for right side tires. So might see him make up some hay, maybe sneak into the top 5 here at the end of this race.
Well, not the top 10. They didn't pit, right?
No, not the top 10. It was just outside top 10.
Right. Yes. So, I mean, we'll see how that plays out. Going to be super interesting. All right. Choose a rule coming up. You see everybody's swinging left, swinging right. Looks like Curtis chose the top. He gave up the bottom to Austin. Johnson goes to the bottom. Fortin up to the top. Wow, big shape up. McDuff goes to the top. Philip Martin's up there. Eastman. Hoffler's up there. This is wild. Since when do you choose the top on a late model series, Colin?
Since you can pass somebody on the outside for the lead, so
absolutely.
I don't think he wants to give somebody the opportunity of doing it. I think honestly, we need to watch out for Fortin right here. Starting on the outside, gonna be on the high side. See if he can't prevail on Ryan Johnson here, and maybe even battle for the lead here coming to the closing laps.
Wow. Big finish coming in the Redneck Riviera 100. Of course, this race brought to you by RC2 Promotions. I think I threw a P in there for no reason, Colin. Maybe I got a P. Here we go. Dante Curtis, Scott Austin, Fortin, and Johnson. What a start on the outside by Curtis. Wow. Excellent job. Austin trying to hold on the inside with Fortin on the outside. Johnson coming through. They're rubbing. They're beating. They're banging all over the place.
Watch out for Eastman. He's in 9th place right now on brand new tires.
So Eastman back there, but he's in lockdown. Your leader, Dante Curtis, looks like he's got things under control momentarily. Coming down to 2 to go.
Big battle here for 6th right now.
Wow, what a battle. Eastman thinking about going 3 wide underneath the 14. Or the 54, excuse me, of Hoyle. Hoyle gets by the 8 of McDuff. Philip Martin in this mess as well. He's got some fresh rubber up front. Coming down to 1 to go for Dante Curtis. He grabs the white flag behind him. Austin trying to hold off Tiny Horse Johnson. Contact, beaten, some more rubbing. They're still going, but it's going to be Dante Curtis down into 3, down through 4, The 03 gonna win here. It's Dante Curtis. Ryan Johnson takes second. Scott Austin third. Fortin in fourth. Gebel, McDuff, Hoyle, Eastman, Womack, and Hoffler, your top 10. Wow, a thrilling finish here.
And well deserved from Dante. I mean, rode behind Philip Martin all night, was patient, and when the time was right, he took the lead. And he took it on a hard pass, too. Using the outside, very smart and very clean. Well deserved.
Unbelievable. Great move. You had to do it. There was no other way to get it done. Although on a restart, it looked like the low side could prevail while those tires get heated up. There goes Hacker, I think, just giving him a little congratulations. Not Hacker's night tonight, but Johnson, late come up and comes up there and grabs second. He might be your new points leader, Colin.
Yeah, I believe he will be right now, especially with that bad finish that Brian Hacker had today. Big point difference. So we'll see Ryan Johnson take it and see if he can't hold it for the rest of the season.
Unbelievable stuff here. Right now, let's take a short commercial break. Come back and get some interviews done. Here at Myrtle Beach, Dante Curtis, your race winner. Another thrilling event here in the North-South Racing League. Colin, these guys, they know how to put on a show. Some really good racing out here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And Myrtle Beach is always a great track to show off a lot of talent because you got to save tires. It's a weird track. It's hard to learn, and so you see a lot of skill come out of these and hard passes, and especially passes on the outside. Those are always amazing to see, especially on short tracks. So overall, great race.
Great race indeed. And you see there the points. Hacker's going to drop. These are unofficial, by the way. Please don't take these as gospel. But right now, Johnson on top of Fortin, Austin, Hacker, Gebel, Womack, Shepard, Cook, Hoffler, and Philip Martin. Wow, tough night for Philip Martin tonight. I mean, he led so much here, Colin.
Yeah, led almost every lap besides about the last 30. It's tough luck, but, those kind of mistakes are what sets you in a deep hole that it's hard to dig yourself out of. So I'm excited to see if Philip Martin can't rebound from this and maybe even go to victory lane next weekend and have a good rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he can rebound, but might take a little bit for him to rebound mentally on that one. So upsetting. And right now, though, let's get into our race interviews, and let's begin by talking to Scott Austin, the number 5, flying around the track, taking third place tonight. Congratulations, Scott.
Thanks, you guys.
Hey, it was a heck of a run, man, and I think at points maybe you're the fastest guy out there. Tough to pass, man. And did you think at all at some point, hey, maybe I just whip it around the high side on these guys?
Yeah, I had that thought. I think I had that thought a little bit too late. I was just talking to the guys in the pre-lobby, and I was in the middle of an enemy team, so I thought I was going to get sandwiched pretty hard there, so I tried to go to the outside. It started to prevail, and then we got that unfortunate late release caution.
Well, yeah, you don't like to get sandwiched by an enemy. I mean, that could be awful, Scott. But out here doing it, and Ryan managed to get you at the end. Tell us a little bit about what happened there.
Yeah, actually, as the race went on, I felt like my car was getting better and everybody else's was getting worse. I saw mistakes being had in front and behind me, so I thought the race was just going to fall into my lap in a sense. And that caution, I don't know what happened, but my right front just completely fell off. And I was just holding on for dear life. Ryan and I made contact. I pinched him down a little bit. He came up to me a little bit, but just hard racing. Still happy to get a podium.
Absolutely, Scott. You know, you're going to move up in the points here. Hacker, not his night tonight. So, all in all, the championship wide open here. That's got to make you happy.
Yeah, a few of the players that are ahead of me all had unfortunate nights or even didn't even make the show tonight. So, good points night overall for us. So, I'll take it. We can take a clean car home and go again next week for Slinger.
Well, I was going to say, Slinger, how you feeling about that?
That's my favorite real life track. My dad and I go every year for the Nationals, and I really enjoy that time at the track with him and watching that race. It's always a good time. On iRacing, I think it might be a demolition derby, but I hope not. I hope that I can put on a good show there as well.
All right, Scott. Well, a hell of a run, man. Third place, nothing to sneeze at in this league. Congratulations on a great points night and moving up in those points, and can't wait to see you next week, brother. Any shout-outs you want to give, you go right ahead.
Yeah, anybody needs a paint scheme, reach out to Austin Designs. Brian Hacker for kind of helping me fine-tune my skills a little bit lately. Competitors this week was awesome. I got to race really hard with a lot of these guys, and everybody's able to keep it hard but keep it clean, which is awesome. And you guys for putting on a good broadcast. Thanks, you guys.
All right, Colin, that's third place to number 5, Scott Austin.
And I'm here with the new points leader of Ryan Johnson. Ryan, how you feel about tonight and, taking the points lead and, the second place finish?
I feel a little bit better now. It was kind of a wild night. I had to miss some crazy stuff there in the beginning, and I didn't think I was ever going to get around anybody. It was so damn hard to pass. Like, unless they screwed up in front of you, you weren't really going anywhere. We rode the line for what felt like 50 laps.
Yeah, it was about 50 laps too. I mean, Ryan, you're sitting behind these guys, and they're side by side going in the corner. I mean, you're feeling helpless. Like, what are you thinking? Riding behind them while they're battling, while you also have Fortin that's behind you trying something on the high side. I mean, what were you thinking in those moments?
Yeah, I saw Guillaume as soon as he got around. I can't remember who it was behind me. I saw him right behind me, and I'm like, well, this is going to go well. So I was just trying to keep myself in front of him and keep him from getting a run on me. I know I did the one time that I was able to hold him off. He's fast as hell and hard to hold off. And yeah, I was just, when they got side by side, I was like, all right, one of you go. And then they didn't. And we just single filed out again. And that just rinse and repeat forever. Man, if they didn't make mistakes, and I know Gary gotten to fill up a little bit, if that didn't happen, I think we'd be sitting in 5th probably tonight.
Well, you wound it up in second. Now you got the points lead, and now you look into next week at Slinger. Got to hold on to that thing. So, in next week's gonna be a rough racetrack. It's gonna be tight corners and probably a little bit of wreck in there. So, how you feeling about it? Keeping your nose clean and all that?
Well, I'm a little mad at them because I'm missing next week, and I really wanted to run Slinger and miss Langley. I don't like that track. So, I don't know what the hell is going to happen the rest of the season. the next week will be my drop week, so I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season.
Well, Ryan, nothing to be mad about tonight. Anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, all the admins here at North South for putting this on, Race Control. I know they go through hell. You guys up in the booth for broadcasting. All the drivers tonight, everybody tuning in and watching, and DCD for my paint. Congrats to good old Dante here on another win.
Well, congrats on second place finish, Ryan. You ran a wonderful race, and we miss you next week, but we'll be tuning in. We'll be ready for you in 2 weeks.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, that was Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson with a second place finish. I'm down here with the 03 Dante Curtis sitting in victory lane, sipping champagne. How about that, Dante?
All I can say is it's about damn time, Dean.
It is about
I,
damn time, no doubt about it,
I,
Dante.
I ain't got up here to talk to y'all in a while, if maybe ever, and I definitely ain't got to talk to y'all from Victory Lane. So hell yeah, it's good to be up here.
Well, you got to earn your stripes, Dante. You've definitely earned them. Got up here. Let's get right into it with that late pass here. You know, everybody's trying the low side, trying it on those old tires. Just can't filter out when there's a car up on the high side to you. Can't get the power down. Can't get by. You decide to whip it around the high side. Tell us a little bit about the pass.
Yeah, I was really focused on just trying to stay there on the top in 3 and 4 throughout that whole run. Once it kind of moved up there, I don't know if them guys were ready for it to move up, and I was going to be the first one up there, so went ahead and got up there, and then working on Phil, we rode and worked together the whole race there, and I thought I might have been a little quicker than him, but he'd been real nice to me, and we'd worked really good, and I tucked up behind him there one time, and I thought this would be the time to try the top in 1 and 2 and see if I could get a run, and thanks to him, he left me a lane and raced me really clean, and once I got to his outside there, it was kind of over.
Yeah, big shout out to Philip Martin up there running a clean race and another tough finish for him. You know a little bit about tough finishes, don't you, Dante?
Yeah, I feel like that's all we've had ever since we've left the street stocks and switched to late models. And I mean, I really hate that Phil went from hero to zero basically right there. Went from penthouse to outhouse. I mean, I really hate that for him. He had a good run going, and really, if I can't win a race, if there's one person I want to see win a race, it's Phil. He has always raced with me clean and done a lot of work with him in the past. He does a lot to make sure we got a place to race over here. So I really hate that he couldn't win, and really hate even more he couldn't get a good finish. But
well, he's gonna get one, Dante. From what I've seen, his speed is phenomenal now. He's looking good. He'll get one, but you did get one, so don't let it take away from your own celebration. You work hard for this one, man. Congratulations! So excited for you. You head into Slinger now. Are you gonna make Slinger first of all? And if you do, are we thinking about back to back? You're gonna have to start at the back.
yeah, I don't know if Slinger will be in the cards for us. We'll have to wait and see. It'd probably be the worst track on the schedule, it or Langley, to start in the back. So got to factor that in too. Maybe we can just go ahead and show up and get her starting out of the way, starting back out of the way. So who knows? We might be back. We're on a as we feel like it schedule, So.
Well, hey,
hopefully,
Fortin started in the back. He finished fourth, so it can be done, Dante. We've seen Hacker do it. I'm sure you have the talent to do it. I can't wait to see you try and do it, Dante. Congrats on this victory, brother. And anybody you want to shout out, anything you'd like to say, you go right ahead.
I just got to thank mainly, first and foremost, all the guys back at DCD Racing. We had a good run going until we didn't. Hate it for them, Dustin, Phil, Gary, all them guys back there. Hate it for them. Got to thank probably my dad watching back at home. Glad he had a safe flight home today. Circle World, the Duke Matthews Racing. I think that's about it. And you guys for broadcast.
All right, Dante, thank you. That's the 03 Dante Curtis down in Victory Lane. Colin, what a victory it was.
Yeah, and overall great race from Dante, once again, just how patient he was. Can't be as patient next week, though. Starting from the rear, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a hard place to come from the back to the front,
Well, what about the banking, Colin? I mean, the banking doesn't that allow for it doesn't really allow for an outside lane?
All I have to say is it's a quarter mile with a lot of banking, and there's going to be a lot of tempers and a lot of probably a little bit of wrecking. So he's going to have to keep his cool, though, and it's not going to be easy. So going to be interesting to see what he can do. I'm confident Dante can rebound and obviously get something nice out of it, but it's not going to be easy, and he's going to have to realize that and accept it. But overall, not a bad race from Dante tonight. Love to see the momentum keep rolling out. So overall,
not a bad race, a great race from the 03, and we head to Slinger, of course. We talked a little bit about it there. We hope you'll join us with the North-South Racing League every Monday, 9 p.m. But here from the Redneck Riviera 100, that's going to wrap it up. And we'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.